When I grabbed the branch, as I was slipping, I felt something fall on my hand, and I just thought it was something that fell out of the tree. I felt a bit of pain in my hand. Within seconds, my hand started to swell and I started to get a lot of pain. And a minute after that, I started to sweat a lot. I couldn't breathe properly. This wasn't just something that's fallen out of the tree and hit me. I knew something has happened, something's gone wrong. I thought then it was a snake, maybe a tree snake or something like that. My whole body was numb. It's like when you hold your breath on the water and the last few seconds when you just need to get up, so it was just like that. And the pain very rapidly progressed into my arm, to the top of my arm. And I was starting to get dizzy, so I was sort of losing consciousness. I just felt so helpless at that moment. And I remember that I had a cell phone. Somehow I managed to call 000, which is the emergency call there, like 911. Put the phone on speaker. A female answered the phone, and she was actually very helpful because I couldn't speak, so she pretty much took the words out of my mouth. I told her I've been bitten, I'm in bush. I kept saying bush and bitten. And she's like, just give me your location, tell me where you are. I don't remember telling her the location, so I think I must have left the phone on. At the point when I was losing consciousness, the only thing I was thinking about because of the severity was staying alive. I didn't want to die, especially in the bush there. I want to get married one day, I want to have kids, you know. There's things I want to do in life. I don't want to die at the age of 26. The rescuers, I don't even know where I am. They're going to take too long to find me. Sal wasn't there, I couldn't see the boat. And I'm just going to die here on this rock. Everything just went black.
I just did it. I went in there and kicked that cougar's ass. I was saving that boy, and if I died, as long as that boy was okay, that's okay. I had to beat this cougar so it would not hurt anybody else. And he slipped out of my hands, and he was poised right behind me in the jump position.
I thought the cougar was going to jump up and get Mark. All in my mind was, I've got to get something to help Mark. So I went down there with this meat cleaver, and I'm standing behind Mark, and I thought, well, if this cat comes at Mark, I'm going to just cut his head in half.
I turned around as fast as I could, and I faced him, and I could have touched him on the nose. That's how close he was. He looked up at me. Right at that moment, he just growled. I growled right back. I growled right back at him like a big, mean grizzly bear. Come on, let's see what you got. I'm ready for you. You want to fight with me? Come on, bring it on. This is my place. You're in trouble. Realizing the cougar was not going to attack at that moment, we just slowly backed off, making big, big noises and waving our arms in the air, trying to scare this cat away. It didn't scare it. He just stood there and he growled at us more and more. But we were able to escape into our truck. We drove out of our yard like crazy.
160 kilometers an hour down that road. And it's a winding road, and I thought, I can't slow down, because if I slow down, this boy is going to bleed to death.
Colton is bleeding everywhere. There's blood just draining out all over his skull and his face. It's just one huge big bloodbath.
I pretty much seen his skull and there was blood dripping everywhere, so I had to grab the back of his head and pull it over so it was in the front again.
He's in and out of consciousness, and then he looks up at me. He says, "Mark, I don't want to die, Mark. I don't want to die." And I said, "Colton, you're not going to die, buddy." At this point in time, we didn't know, though. He had lost so much blood.
It was awful. And I just drove as fast as I could to get him there. And the truck felt like it was floating. I was driving so fast. And then when we got there, nobody was at the police station. There was nobody around.
I'm on the boat waiting for Robbie. After 15 minutes, Robbie hasn't come back. I start to worry. Has he fallen? Has he broken a leg? Has he been bitten by something? Because there's snakes, there's spiders, there's all sorts of creatures in that bush there. I start screaming out his name, "Robbie! Robbie! Robbie!" But I'm not getting a reply.